What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. The 13th of May. We're going to look at Aerodrome Finance this morning. This will be a daily chart. This will be the Coinbase price data. We are back in the red once again here this Monday, down 1.64%. We have Bitcoin actually starting to look like it's going to make a higher high. We're going to jump into that in this video, so hang around for that. That's pretty important, as I think if that continues its rally up 951 this morning, that it's really going to help Aerodrome not make new lower lows and start to move north up in the green in bullish territory. So, hey, let's see if that happens. Welcome to the channel, guys. All of the new subscribers. Appreciate you guys. Well, oddly enough, we have a low that is the same as yesterday's low. So the 13th of May, which is today, we have a low of 91 cents. The 12th of May, we have a low of 91 cents. This thing is really pushing the limits here to the downside, as in we have not made a higher low in many days here. We're looking for a higher daily low here on the chart. And just to basically stop the selling. We talked about yesterday in the video, the next level below the market, guys, is 85.20. That's right here. 85.20. Right below that is 84.494. We really don't want to undercut those lows. And then we walk through a couple different scenarios that could play out. We could double bottom, which means we would undercut that low slightly. So it would look something like this. We would undercut that bottom slightly. Then there's a potential for a rally once that major low is undercut. There's a variety of reasons for that. It gets traders bearish, and then they start to rally the market. Traders start to cover, which actually fuels the rally. Then you have some other buyers looking at it as a double bottom, or other traders looking at it as a double bottom and are buying that. So that is that. We obviously want to see a, let's talk about the bullish scenario. We want to see a higher low come in place. And, hey, maybe it'll be soon here. We don't have too much more to go to the downside before we start to make new lows here for Aerodrome Finance. So basically, the longer, the deeper, the deeper this goes in price and the longer it plays out in time, the higher this will go in the opposite direction. So up here in bullish territory, we have some upper targets up there in the 156.80, 186.11. I think, assuming this starts a trend back to the upside, should easily be hit. Now we do have resistance before we even get there at 128, 136.76. That's this white line and this green line. But I think based on this recent pullback, 156.80, maybe even 186.11 could be, a nice area to look for if price can continue back to the upside. Right now we have, let me draw this on the chart, guys. We have lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So far, higher lows. We want to see a higher high, higher lows, higher high, basically just in the opposite direction. This arrow on the chart here just represents the areas where the most recent low is. So you could actually move it over to today because today is the same as yesterday's low, the 12th. We have some areas below the market. If the market continues to make new lower lows, we have two areas to keep an eye on for potential support, similar to what played out here on the 30th of April, although that is our major bottom right now. 79.340, 79.340 is level number one. Once the 85.200, 84.494 is broken, 79.630, 79.340 right over here. We also have another level that could be in play here, 58.756, 58.756. Judging by the way Bitcoin looks right now, looks like we actually might be heading higher. So, hey, that's what I'm rooting for, but we'll see if we get it or not. We also have the head and shoulders target way below the market. You know, that may or may not be in play. It's a price area, so we keep it on the chart. 35 cents. The head and shoulders basically broke over here on the 27th of April. We have some areas that we want to talk about. Basically, you want to see this print a higher low and then a higher high, and you would basically your very bullish entry would be at like 128 roughly. Of course, I'm not telling you guys to buy it there. It's not financial advice, but that would be a solid breakout. You have a lower low, lower high, higher low, higher high with a 128. Pretty good entry in my opinion if you're looking for a area to buy with some more confidence. But of course, guys, not telling you to buy there. Please make your own financial decisions. And then to the upside, you know, we have plenty of areas above the market to keep your eye on. Like I said, 186, 11, 150, 680 are two important areas. Once we get back over here, we have a whole cluster of areas at the high. We have this big whipsaw, this big shakeout day on the 12th of April. And then we have, you know, a whole cluster of levels above that. Something you can also do here on this chart is you could throw the fibs on the highs from the 5th and basically today's lows. And you can see this is going to take you, just for starters, the 1618 Fibonacci level up there to the $1.63, just above the 156.80 area I have just for starters. So just based on this pullback, you know, we should at least get up to the 156.80, 163, 756 area for starters. The next fib is above my 186 by quite a bit. It does line up very close with the 234, 510 area I have. That's here in green. That would be the 2618 at 235. So we have two fibs that line up with two of my price targets. My 186.11 is on its own there, but it still does hold plenty of value in my opinion. Let's take a look over at Bitcoin. So real quick, a couple takeaways today. Keep your eyes on the lows. I mean, unless you want lower prices, we want to see these lows hold at some point. Right now, they're 91 cents for yesterday, the 12th, and then today, the 13th of May. Over to Bitcoin. The current price right now is 93,770 for this Coinbase chart. Over to BTC, where is the Bitcoin chart? There it is. So Bitcoin, guys, finding nice support at the 60,205 47 right here. I mean, perfectly hit that level, and we're getting a rally. We have some potential resistance right at the 62,206 75 right here, 60,206 75. We have some potential resistance right here. But, you know, let's say in a perfect world here, we have control of these markets. We went bearish down here. We rallied up. We pulled back to a higher low. So, you know, things are potentially getting bullish here. We want to see a higher high. We want to take out these levels here and make this go from a downtrend back into an uptrend. And today is off to a good start. We're above the 62,206 3/4. And our next levels to watch for some market resistance will be basically 63,788 up there to 64,375. These levels right in here. But once again, we want to make a higher high here for Bitcoin. Will we get there in one day? Well, let's see. Probably not. Let's see here. That's about a 3,000% move. You could definitely move that much in a single day. We saw Bitcoin move on the 3rd of May that was a $3,800 day. So it could all take place pretty quick. When Bitcoin gets going, it can happen fast, both to the upside and to the downside. But so far, our support looks good. Potential resistance right here at 62,205 and 3/4. Next levels of potential resistance 63,788 all the way up to 64,375. And then we want to, obviously take out our highs here and continue to the upside. And then it's going to take us up to basically 67 area. And then I have a next target up there at 68,748. So the more green we see on the Bitcoin chart, the better we will be over here on the Aerodrome finance chart, and hopefully not make new lows here, taking out the lows from over here on the 30th of April and continuing this downtrend here. So that's my thoughts, guys, on this Monday on what's currently going on the Aerodrome finance chart from Coinbase. On Bitcoin, we have the U.S. stock market futures back in the green after a little bit of a sell-off starting last night. We are currently trading in a CME commodities contest right now. We are short a ton of gold. That's looking good. Markets are all over. Gotta love it. Guys, thanks for watching. If you are not yet subscribed, go ahead and join us here on the channel. Appreciate it. As always, you guys take care.